Howdy, welcome back to the shop. Got a quick little video today. This is a machine that a customer brung in to me. The starter was out on it, and I just happened to have a starter kicking around. So I stuck a new starter on it, and just hit the button, made sure that it was going to crank over, and it sure enough did. Well, before I started this thing, I pulled the dipstick out and checked the oil. And this is something you got to do anytime you go to start any piece of equipment, is check the oil. So I pulled the dipstick out. I can't see the oil on that. So I'm going to touch it to a blue paper towel. And you can see on the blue paper towel a wet spot. Well, obviously there's not supposed to be this much wet spot and this much oil in this machine. So let's find out how much oil is in this machine. Now this is the oil drain hose, and I've already cracked it loose. Right there is the oil level of this machine. Right there. If this machine would have started with that much oil and gasoline, it's not oil, it's gas. The float stuck on it. Either the float stuck or the pumper, the diaphragm's out in the fuel pump. But either way, if this machine would have started like that, we would have had big troubles, like bent rod or cracked piston troubles. If they ain't already bent and cracked, that may have been how the starter got, the old starter got tore up. I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet. So I'm going to drain this thing out, and then I'll come back and we'll see just how much oil this thing had in it. Now this machine will hold about 2 quarts minus 12 ounces. 1.7 quart, I think, is what the book says on this. That's not a whole lot of oil, and I guarantee you this thing's got a gallon or a gallon and a half of oil and gasoline mixture in it. I'll be back in a minute. So I've managed to get 5 quarts of gasoline and oil mixture out of this machine, and it is as thin as water. I mean, I will probably take this liquid and dump it in my lawnmower and burn it for gas just to get rid of it. I haven't put new oil in this and started it yet, but I bet you this thing smokes like a freight train if it does start. I'll be back in a minute. Well, as you might be able to tell, it's really smoky in here. Another symptom of this thing being full of gasoline is all of the hard plastic parts. The oil cap and the dipstick have swelled up. The oil cap won't even fit in the hole hardly anymore. I had to use a pair of pliers to get it to come out. It's swollen that much. So anyway, I'm going to start this thing up and let it burn the muffler out. Go get the fire extinguisher and set it next to it just in case. But it does sound like it's hitting on both cylinders, thank God, because I was kind of nervous about maybe a broke rod or something in it. So that's about all we got for today. Y'all have a good one. Drive safe.
Watch for deer.
And watch for deer.
When will we work on that thing again?
After the smoke clears, buddy.
Okay, when will it clear?
I don't know when the smoke will clear.